This is the Retirement Key Podcast with Abe Abish, founder of Abish Financial Services.
A lot of firms out there say they will do tax planning, say they will do Social Security planning and RMD planning, and typically they just do investment management. They want your money.
You've worked hard your whole life to earn and save. Now you need a plan to make that money work hard for you.
Where do you stand today with your retirement accounts, with your insurance, with Social Security, RMDs, taxes, all of it? This is how we need to think. We need to think outside of the box on these matters.
Abe is here to help you unlock the keys to your retirement.
Mr. Abish, the days are now limited to just that before the great mountain hike that we have been talking about is upon you. I say upon you, not us, because I'm not doing this.
It's getting serious now. A couple weeks left before this climb in Utah, and I've been training a lot, going out to Harper's Ferry and doing a lot of hikes and a lot of time on my feet. And God willing, I will tackle that mountain and kick its butt over there in Utah. But
I have faith in you. I have faith in you because of the 75 Strong Challenge that you actually just completed. And I was looking at the pictures that you posted on Facebook year before. Now you look 10 years younger.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
It's amazing what that challenge did for you.
It's amazing what can happen when you drop, 10, 15 plus pounds.
But it wasn't just like the weight. It was you literally just looked younger. It was just, I guess, the whole cleansing process.
Yeah. It was refreshing. I mean, it was a difficult challenge. You got to do 5 things per day. I won't go into all the details, but you can just look up 75 hard if you want to. And you got to do it for 75 days in a row. And if you miss one of the 5 things on any given day, you go back to day 1.
You reset completely.
Reset completely. So what I learned, because a lot of people have asked what I learned from the program, is that the things we do on a daily basis really add up over time.
Yeah. That's a great lesson.
Those daily things like eating healthy and going to the gym and reading, whatever you, or reverse, on the other side, if you're doing things like drinking alcohol a lot, whatever it is, right? They add up and can hurt you over time. So the daily to-dos and daily things we're doing in our lives are super important, especially when it comes to our finances and what we're doing to be prepared for our retirement as well.
Anybody that has ever had to budget for themselves or work to save for a big goal really understands how powerful that day-to-day practice can be when it comes to our money. But I think that for so many of us, when we think about that huge picture, that huge next chapter of our financial lives, thinking about retirement years that can last for many people now 30 to 40 years, it can feel so daunting and overwhelming. You kind of do the ostrich thing. You want to pull the covers over your head, Abe.
Of course.
And looking to simplify the process is what we are here on the radio each week trying to do, breaking it down, despite how complicated it can be on a normal, regular basis. But really with the headlines that we have seen in this year so far, particularly in the first half of the year with the market volatility, so many of us just don't know what we should be doing right now in these day-to-day small decision moments. And for many, the big question about the stock market in particular is, have we hit the bottom? Analyst Eddie Gabor told Stuart Varney on Fox Business that we have a lot yet to overcome.
So we're not going to bottom until we hit a bottom in regards to the rate of change on corporate profits, until the dollar gets weaker, until the yield curve changes, and until inflation comes in tame. That's not going to change overnight. And this is why our thesis is we are going into a recession. I think it'll be a mild recession, but I believe we're going to take a major leg lower in the coming months unless the Fed pivots, because we're heading to a recession in our opinion.
Abe, he said a lot of things there that did not make me feel better, implying that the market's going to go down more, which of course translates into many of us losing more of our retirement money. Is that just the price of the admission, or can we work to avoid any part of this problem? What are you suggesting?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that way, Heather. Look, most people we're meeting with now with this bear market rally we've had, we think it's a dead cat bounce where the markets have rallied a little bit, but on not a lot of positive news out there, and that's very typical during a bear market. We feel there's more bad news to come, as Eddie Gabor does as well. And, inflation is still out of control on a lot of things. So with that, the average loss in a recession is 40%, and we're nowhere near that. And all recessions are different. And that doesn't mean this recession, we're going to go down 40 before we hit a bottom. But with this rally we've had in the markets the last few weeks, people have recovered some of their losses, and it's not the price of admission. We don't have to take a big beating in the market just to retire or just because that's what happens in the markets. We can take the reins. The choice is yours. I encourage being proactive, controlling what you can, There is a lot right now in the world that's uncertain. A lot of uncertainty, a lot of volatility in the markets and just what's going on. But your financial future, Heather, and our clients' retirements do not have to be one of them. We just had a gentleman call into the show from Rockville, Maryland. He is single. He's 69 years old. He's retiring in about 3 or 4 years. He's saved about $1 million.
Nice.
So he's got enough money saved.
Yeah.
Now he is down or was down 30% year to date.
Oh,
this is just about a month ago.
Wow.
Down 30%. Now with the markets rallying a little bit, he's down maybe 23, 24, 25%. He's lost $250,000 to $300,000 since January 1st.
Wow.
$250,000 to $300,000. Do you know how long it takes to save that, to put that away, to let it grow deferred, to let it compound, to make money in the market? It takes a long time. And just in 7 months, he's down 25%. In 7 months, he went from, 1.3 million down to about $1 million. The reason why he came to us, Heather, is because he is approaching retirement. He's in the retirement red zone. For those of you listening right now, that's for anybody that is retiring within a 5-year period or less. You're 5 years or less away from full retirement, the retirement red zone. He's realizing that he probably has enough. He knows or feels like he needs to save a little bit more now that he's down 25%. But he's taking on a lot of risk, taking on too much risk, investing like he was 10, 15, 20 years ago. And he's done really well. But as we transition into retirement from our working career and our working paychecks stop, we have to replace those working paychecks with paychecks from our portfolios,
right?
Paychecks from our life savings. And if we're invested full pedal to the metal, 80, 90, 100% in stocks, as we were when we were 40 and 50, the markets go up and they go down big time when you're invested like that, right? And we can't afford to have that type of volatility and those types of big swings. We want smooth paths in retirement, smooth, steady returns if at all possible, right? We don't want up 30s and down 30s. We want a really well-diversified portfolio, which is going to keep our income in check, keep our risk in check, and things like that. So what was a solution for him? Just like so many people that call into our show, Heather, a phase 2 retirement plan, which includes an income and a distribution plan. So he realizes he's done a pretty good job of, picking stocks and accumulating and growing his money up until this point, but very concerned about when his paychecks stop and he has to replace those paychecks with income from his retirement plan, from his portfolio. So he's concerned about losing more, already down 25%. I personally believe he has a little bit of a false hope that markets are rebounding and we've already hit a low. And I hope there aren't too many people out there that think that. I think we need to still be cautious, still plan defensively and conservatively until these waters are less muddy out there.
Got it.
When he came in, we offered him a recession analysis and portfolio x-ray of all of his holdings and positions. So he had monies at 3 or 4 big box firms. We took all of his statements, all of the holdings, all of the investments, and put them through our investment planning software. We usually do that through Morningstar or Riskalyze and other investment softwares that we have. And it's very black and white, Heather. It tells you the amount of risk you're taking. It tells you what the potential returns would be down the road if he continues investing the way he is, the potential losses if we have a 2008, what are the costs and fees associated with the funds that we own, right? It's really looking under the hood and having a comprehensive analysis done on your current investments. So if you're listening right now and you sound like this gentleman, you're 55 years old or older, you've saved over $500,000 for your retirement, we'd like to offer you that same complimentary recession analysis and portfolio x-ray. Just go to retirementkeyradio.com, click on the Contact Us tab at the top of the page, and we can begin to have the same conversation with you as well.
Abe, another survey that caught my eye, thinking about, again, this current climate that we're facing. It's disheartening to see, but not really surprising. This survey found about 40% of Americans now fear retirement more than death. And the main reason is the topic we always come back to on this radio program, Abe. People are afraid they won't have enough income to support themselves in their later years. It's very real, very understandable to have this concern, and one that I would have to guess the majority, if not all the people who come to your office have the same concern as well, isn't it?
They do, Heather, because they all have, and almost everybody has, a phase 1 plan. That is, when we're talking about the retirement mountain and we're looking at going up and down, that's the ascent. That's the accumulation part of your retirement, right? Almost everyone we meet with and almost all of our clients have somewhere in between typically $1 million to $3 million saved. Now, there are outliers, right? And sometimes someone will have less than $1 million, and a lot of our clients will have more than $3 million as well. But almost everyone in the DC metro area that's approaching retirement or in retirement has between $1 million to $3 million if you're most baby boomers. So their number one fear is that they're going to have a lack of income, and that's most scary to them. And I think also just the lack of knowledge and education when it comes to starting and creating a phase 2 income and distribution plan. I'll tell you, when most of our clients come through our doors, 9 out of 10 people have never had a retirement roadmap put together. They've never had a retirement income and distribution plan put together. They have this big bucket of money. They have all of these accounts, TSPs, 401ks, IRAs. They have a lot of money saved. They have the accumulation, but they don't have a roadmap. They don't know where they're going. They don't know which accounts to tap, how much to take out of each account. Should they be doing Roth conversions? Should they be pulling money out of the bank or out of a brokerage or out of a TSP? You name it. They don't know where they're going because they don't have a plan.
Right.
And it's quite simple. If you have a retirement income plan, which is a retirement roadmap, or GPS for the next 30 to 40 years of your lives, we might not know everything that life is going to throw at us. But when we have a plan, a written plan that we have prepared for and that we keep up to date with our clients every 90 days, where we're trying to handle and tackle all the risks that can mess up a great savings plan, then that's all we can do. Right? But 9 out of 10 people haven't had that reporting, haven't had that plan put together. So for any of you listening right now, if you are 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, you're approaching retirement, you're in retirement, you have the money saved, but you don't have a plan. You don't have a roadmap. If you're 55 years old and older, and if you saved $500,000 or more for your retirement, go to the Contact Us tab at the top of the page. That's retirementkeyradio.com, and we'll start the same conversation with you as well.
Thanks for listening to the Retirement Key Podcast with Abe Abish. To learn more about Abish Financial Services, visit retirementkeyradio.com. And join Abe for his radio show, The Retirement Key, Saturdays and Sundays at 2 p.m. on WMAL.
Investment advisory services offered through Abish Financial Wealth Management, LLC, number 310633, a registered investment advisor firm. Financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if Abraham Abish is licensed in your state, please call 571-577-9968. Abish Financial Services is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Abraham Abish Inc., Virginia license number 131017.